Homework by Savory. Dear Jennifer, hello, you fabulous little bitch. It's me, by which I mean you, writing to you, by which I mean me, from a desk in the future and or present. How are you? Small, wide-eyed and innocent? Gifted and talented? I thought so. I don't know what the point of this is, but I've been told to question myself, so on this side of the psychological divide, I'm enjoying a flat right. Are you enjoying your daily sugar hit? Are you still in love with Misty from Pokemon? Are you still carrying around that inflatable crocodile? I've forgotten it was your constant companion. But now I think about it, that seems psychologically pertinent. Perhaps you could write a note on your hand reminding you to mention it to Dr. Newman in 20 years' time. I don't know if you question your finances much there in the mid-90s, but for future reference, you earn £7.50 an hour here in the dystopian hellscape of 2018. You've blocked out 30 minutes of that precious time to write a letter to your past self, and you've paid a professional £80 for the privilege. So have a think about that. Try not to go mental later on. I hope you're spending your childhood well, running around, collecting flowers, climbing trees, whatever it was we used to do aged 9. I very much hope you're not wasting it completing wanky therapy homework exercises where you pretend to write to yourself through a loophole in time and your own psyche. Yours, literally, Jennifer. P.S. Got your teeth fixed yet, Gampy? Dear Mrs. Me, you seem really very angry for someone who earns all that money. If I had £7.50p every hour for the next 20 years of my life, I wouldn't be anywhere near as rude as you. I think if you check, you'll see you're a millionaire. What have you been doing with it all? Have you spent it on coffee? That's a joke. I'm not an idiot. And I don't believe you're me. I think you might be Mrs. Hunter, my teacher. Not that you need to be told who Mrs. Hunter is, because you know, because you are her, tricking me because I said her creative writing homework was pedestrian. Here are my answers to your questions. I stopped carrying Snappy around years ago after Mum's pushpin accident. I will not forgive her. If you can't remember this, it's proof you're Mrs. Hunter. Also, you knew about Gifted and Talented, which is more proof. I'm not in love with Misty from Pokemon. She's just the best Pokemon trainer, and pretty, and not scared to tell the boys she is better than them. I had 2 teeth out last week and a brace plate fitting, so I'm very gappy. My question for you is, did something happen to us? Love, Jenny, you, supposedly, aged 11. P.S. Dear Mrs. Hunter, this homework was interesting and unique, good adjective, but I wouldn't say things like this about my future. I would cry, or shout, or disclaim. 3 ticks, please. Brilliant synonyms. Things about my future. For example, how it'll be great, / how I'll become a dolphin biologist who is sane. Please do a new one with this in, and I'll reply. Dear Jenny, my God, I'm shocked at how perfectly you captured my smug 11-year-old tone. Just just goes to show that every 30-year-old neurotic was the same sort of child. I actually think, Dr. Newman, that this is quite unprofessional of you, but I see what you're trying to do. Sorry I can't write you on about how he became a dolphin biologist, but there's very little call for them in London, or in fact anywhere. It's an incredibly specialised field when compared to something like office admin, which is what we actually do. To answer your question, nothing happened to us at all, although everyone said it would. Maybe that's why we went a bit mad. I suppose that was something that happened to us, but even that was less dramatic than you're imagining. I expect your next letter will be filled with innocent hope and will tell me, with wisdom belying your 10 years, to be kinder to people, rediscover joy, and embrace my once well-developed positivity. I've dressed as Michael Caine and surrounded myself with Muppets accordingly. I await your letter. Jennifer/Scrooge. Dear Jennifer/Scrooge/Michael. Firstly, I love that film. Mrs. Hunter doesn't, and wouldn't let us watch it at Christmas because she finds Muppets nightmarish, her words. So maybe you're not her. I don't know what to think. Secondly, I'm positive I'm not here to tell you to be nice. That's like the sort of thing Karl Proctor would write about in English, and then afterwards everyone's happy. It would be stupid if I'd been sent from the past to tell you to be nice. That's definitely not how it works. Anyone who thinks that's how it works doesn't understand how things work. I understand that, and I'm 11, not 10. 11. Also, I don't climb trees or collect flowers. I don't know why you can't remember your own life. But right now, it's basically playing Pokemon and people telling you what to do. I can't wait to grow up. Except now I'm talking to you, maybe I can. Tell me about when we went mad. Love, Jenny. P.S. You're 30. That is so old. Do we have a husband? Children? Dear Jenny, since you ask, going mad was almost exactly the same as that scene from Muppets Treasure Island, where they all go mad. Right down to the fruit headdresses and Tim Curry being there. You're going to really enjoy it. I'm joking. It's more like someone's told you some news that is both terrifying and very sad, but then immediately erase the memory of what they told you. So you're just left with the horrible sensations. You don't have a husband or children, but that's fine, because 30 is not old at all. Everyone still tells you what to do as an adult, sorry. I realise this is not a heartening letter. Yours, Jennifer. P.S. Have you met Izzy yet? Hi, Jennifer. I didn't realise that in the future 30 is not old. When did they extend the human lifespan? I don't know who Izzy is. And you're right, everything sounds horrid. Especially the bit about people still telling you what to do. I thought the point of being 30 was that that doesn't happen anymore. Mrs. Hunter's always telling me what to do, and that I shouldn't speak back, and that I'm not as clever as I think I am. But you do sound clever. It's bitter and twisted like a sad witch. I wish there were a way to show her what I'll grow into. Ooh, maybe you could write one in response where you show you're clever, but also pretend to be very successful. Love, you. Dear Jenny, it's me here, by which I mean you, writing to you, by which I mean me, from a castle you purchased in the future, with the money you earned from being clever and showing off even when people told you not to. You sit writing this astride a golden throne, looking at the award you won for speaking back to people in a professional capacity. Every every morning you turn to Izzy, who you'll meet this summer and love, and you say, "Thank God I didn't listen to Hunter, Izzy," and the pair of you embrace. Recently, you discovered how to bend the laws of space and time to your will. It won you a prize. And you sent this note backward to show to the naysayers. Yours, brilliantly. Professor Lady Dame Jennifer Gray. PhD, OBE, HRH. Dear me, I've made a mistake. I gave our letters to Mrs. Hunter, all of them, not just the last one, which was great. I thought maybe she'd admit it was her writing them all along. Anyway, she took me to the headmistress, and called Mum, and the school counsellor. He said it was concerning. But Mrs. Rowe said I'm talented. I just need to look at my attitude. And if I carry on like this, I'm in danger of being like James Jenkins, who is awful. On the way home, Mum said, sometimes it's important to know when to shut up and that no one will like people who don't. She said I'm lucky because I can sit back, ace the tests, go to university, and be a dolphin biologist. And it will be easy, but I've got to learn to stop doing stunts like the letters. I do want to be a dolphin biologist rather than working in an office and going mad. Maybe this is the reason you wrote to me in the first place, so I could avoid growing into you. I'm going to stop doing stunts like the letters. Starting with the letters. Bye, kiss. Jenny, they're lying. I mean, well, they're not, obviously, if these letters have proven anything. It's that you are an insufferable know-it-all and probably quite unlikable. And yes, if you keep quiet, you'll be a good student and everything will be easy and they'll be happy with you and that will be validating, but it won't equal a more dolphin-y future. That part was definitely a lie. And the first part's a trap, because it's only great for a while. Eventually they won't be there anymore, and their structures where everything was easy won't be there anymore. And you'll be a grown-up with no one to set you tasks to do, and you'll be on the back foot just when you need all your self-assertion and willfulness and confidence. All those things you have now that they're saying it's not nice or attractive for you to display, and you'll suddenly see the mechanisms at work, and you'll wish you could have been James Jenkins, or even Carl Proctor. I don't know if this is making sense. Also, it's okay to grow into me. There's loads I didn't mention. You don't have a husband or children, but you found a Misty. And she's wonderful, and pretty, and a fantastic trainer on something called Pokemon Go, which you will love. And you have a pug named Snappy. Not everything is bad. But I think things could be even better if you very specifically didn't learn to shut up. Please write back. Jenny. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for completing the assignment. I'm sorry you couldn't be at this week's session. I think you might do well to consider who you're trying to impress and why when you submit something like this as your homework. Dr. Elizabeth Newman. P.S. Be careful not to externalise. Being told to behave is a necessary lesson, not the source of all one's problems. No one is responsible for our lives, except us. Dear Dr. Newman, Dad says he doesn't know what's happened, but he thinks the AOL server got confused by our similar names, and I got your email and... Okay, he's gone. So I can type what I really think, which is mostly, wow. But also, why are we a therapist in the future and not a horse behavioural specialist? It's not a bad second. People are a bit like horses, I guess. Do you think, though, maybe we should watch our tone? Your email
is not the sort of thing Dr. Wildhooves would send. He's the horse therapist in the Choose Your Own Equine Adventure, Book 3, The Horses Take Manhattan. He would send an email that is kind, but fair. I suspect the real reason you emailed me has nothing to do with the AOL and everything to do with me being sent from the past to tell you to be nice. So, be nice. Yours, Lily Newman. P.S. Have we got our tea fixed yet?